Hey, it's your fur pal Azul. Something different for this video is specifically about cryptozoology A to Z, the encyclopedia of Loch Monsters, Sasquatch, Chupacabras, and other authentic mysteries of nature by Lauren Coleman and Jerome Clark. Now, as I move forward, these are just simple readings that I will be going over in short bursts with you all. There's a lot to go over, so it's going to take a bit of time. But there's a quote by Dr. Bernard Hoovmans, 1988. Cryptozoological research should be actuated by two major forces, patience and passion. And in further discourse, I will talk about the timelines. But now, on to the introduction. The word cryptozoology first appeared in print in 1959, when Lucien Blanquot dedicated his new book to Bernard Hoovmans, Master of Cryptozoology. 4 years earlier, when Hoovmans first published On the Track of Unknown Animals, the term quote-unquote cryptozoology as such did not exist. It was not until the publication of On the Track of Unknown Animals and the sensation it created that Hoovmans began to call his lifelong pursuit, quote-unquote, cryptozoology. And a new discipline was born. Since then, it has become part of modern vocabulary and appears in nearly all standard dictionaries. But what exactly is cryptozoology? It is not, Hoovmans insists, and quote-unquote arcane or occult zoology. It uses three Greek words, cryptos with a K, zoon, and logos, which mean, respectively, hidden, animal, and discourse. Thus, cryptozoology is the science of quote-unquote hidden animals. Hoovmans prefers quote-unquote hidden to unknown because, to those people who live near them, animals are not unfamiliar. If they were, there would be no native accounts, and we would never have heard of them. They are, however, undetected by those who would formally recognize their existence and catalog them. In 1982, when the International Society of Cryptozoology, ISC, was founded at a meeting held at the Smithsonian Institution, an effort was made to produce a sharper, clearer definition. Cryptozoology, the assembled scientists and investigators agreed, also concerns, in quotation marks, the possible existence of known animals in areas where they were not supposed to occur, in parentheses, either now or in the past, as well as the unknown persistence of presumed extinct animals to the present time or to the recent past. What makes an animal of interest to cryptozoology is that it is unexpected. This further definition failed to address one crucial aspect, the minimum size. In subsequent reflection on the subject, Hoovmans insisted that, quote-unquote, a minimum size is essential, though he left the precise dimensions open to further discussion. Nonetheless, he wrote, for an animal, in parentheses, or alleged animal, to be of cryptozoological interest, it must have at least one trait, truly singular, unexpected, paradoxical, striking, emotionally upsetting, and thus capable of mystification. To most persons familiar with the term, cryptozoology is seen as the study of such spectacular and disputed creatures as Sasquatch, the Yeti, and the Loch Ness Monster. These legendary beasts do interest cryptozoologists, but such quote-unquote cryptids, in parentheses, as cryptozoologists call them, comprise only a fraction of the hidden, uncatalogued, out-of-place animals that have intrigued and frustrated cryptozoologists before cryptozoology as such existed. Writing in 1988 in Cryptozoology, Volume 7, Hoovmans underscored the aims of cryptozoology. Hidden animals, with which cryptozoology is concerned, are by definition very incompletely known. To gain more credence, they have to be documented as carefully and exhaustively as possible by search through the most diverse fields of knowledge. Cryptozoological research thus requires not only a thorough grasp of most of the zoological sciences, including, of course, physical anthropology, but also certain training in such extraneous branches of knowledge as mythology, linguistics, archaeology, and history. It will consequently be conducted more extensively in libraries, newspaper morgues, regional archives, museums, art galleries, laboratories, and zoological parks, rather than in the field. Cuvier's rash dictum. In 1812, Baron Georges Cuvier, the revered French biologist considered the father of paleontology, declared, "The end of the age of zoological discovery," in quotation marks. "There is," he said, "little hope of discovering new species of large animals. From now on," he continued, "naturalists ought to focus their attention on an extinct fauna. As for fabled creatures such as sea serpents, which some of his colleagues held to merit further investigation, Cuvier had these words: 'I hope nobody will ever seriously look for them in nature. One could as well search for the animals of Daniel or for the beasts of the apocalypse.'" In 1819, a mere 7 years later, the American tapir was found, only the first of thousands of quote-unquote new animals to be uncovered in the past 2 centuries. They include the giant squid, 1870s, the okapi, 1901, the Komodo dragon, 1912, the couperet, 1937, and the ultimate, quote-unquote living fossil, the coelacanth, 1938. The largest land mammal to be documented since the couperet is the extraordinary Sola, in parentheses, the scientific name, pardon if it's butchered, Pseudorix nientihensis, a new bovine species. Since the startling discovery in 1992 of a quote-unquote lost world of animals stretching 65 square miles near the Laotian border, Vietnam's Vu Quang Nature Reserve has produced evidence of 2 previously unknown bird species, at least 1 new fish, an unknown tortoise with a striking yellow shell, and 2 other mammals besides the Vu Quang ox. The giant panda of Tibet was often sighted during the 1950s and 1960s to demonstrate how a large animal could remain elusive and unknown in montane habitats not unlike some of the valleys of the Himalayas. Cryptozoologists note that it took 67 years from the time of the giant panda's discovery, in quotation marks, until its live capture. There's yet another example, especially germane to the ongoing hunt for uncatalogued large primates. Though the lowland gorilla was officially recognized in 1840, the mountain gorilla eluded detection. Considerable searching notwithstanding, into the 20th century. Indeed, not until 1860 were the first native tales collected of the monster ape, said to live on the misty heights of the Virunga volcanoes of East Africa. But to Western zoologists, there were no more than unconfirmed anecdotes until October 1902, when Belgian Army Captain Oscar von Beringe and a companion killed 2 gorillas on the Virunga's Mount Sabino, thereby removing the animals from the realm of mythology into a secure place among the world's recognized fauna. New primates have continued to turn up at an astounding pace throughout the 20th century. Besides the mountain gorilla, 2 other apes, the dwarf siamang and pygmy chimpanzee, close relatives of humans, and the hominids, described in this encyclopedia, have been found. The word hominid refers to members of the family of humans. Hominidae, which consists of all species on our side of the last common ancestor of humans and living apes. Hominids are included in the superfamily of all apes. The Hominidae, the members of which are called hominoids, members of the family of apes, Pongidae, are also hominids, but not hominids. Scratch that. Pongidae are also hominoids, but not hominids. Apes and humans are hominoids. The close to human hominids are, for example, the marked hominids, the classic Bigfoot, and Neanderthals. Cryptids such as napes, skunk apes, and more ape-like animals are included in the broader term hominoids, which then, of course, encompasses the hominids. All hominids are hominoids, but all hominids are not hominids. Bit of tongue twister there, but that was extra explanation in regards to esoteric near hominids. and continuation. As Cuvier's rash dictum in quotation marks, in parentheses, Hooveman's phrase, has been destroyed. The modern world of zoology, of which cryptozoology is a small subdiscipline, continues to be startled as quote-unquote new animals keep getting found. It is safe to say that in its essence, cryptozoology represents a throwback to the way original zoological study was conducted. In the beginning, as explorers trekked to new lands and listened to local informants, they were led to remarkable new species. These animals would then be killed or captured, shipped back to the zoological societies and parks of Europe, and formally classified. Today, with the addition of DNA testing and telebiological techniques, cryptozoology keeps alive the tradition of discovery and recognition of new species of animals. And that is for today in regards to the introduction for this book. To end this video, it is quite sad that they were killed and captured in order for the study. It was uncommon in the past. Things change, thankfully, to be more considerable to animals and not treat them as cruelly. And if you like this video, please let me know. Until next time, my clawsome viewers,